Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, if there's anybody there, you can probably hear me. I'm about to go live. I'm not going to wait for the 2 minutes. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? Cool. Hey, I'm going to be. Let me come on live now because I think I've done all the testing. Hey, this is just a quick impromptu live because I only noticed today that the new web widget has gone live with Facebook. Facebook have released a new version that allows people coming to a website to that are not Facebook users to have a conversation, and this is working already on Manychat. So yeah. What I'll do is I will take you into some screen shares. I'll show you what I learned this morning in taking my existing one and modifying it. So there's a few things there, and we'll go through that in the screen shares. Yeah, but before we do that, I would just like to just give a word from our sponsor, and then we'll get straight into it. Cool. Okay, so here we are. Let me just go over to this screen over here first. So that's my web widget, and it's showing that I can continue as a guest. Now, let me just refresh this and see if this actually works, because there's a setting that you have to do if you don't see continue as a guest. So let me just refresh this and see if this works. Just wait for the widget to pop up. Okay, I actually thought the web widget would show up, but for some reason it hasn't. So first thing I want to do is take you into the Facebook's. Okay, there it is. It's just taken time. So you'll see now that on this web widget or this chat widget that this isn't actually working the way I wanted to demonstrate it. It's saying, hey, guest. It shouldn't, because I'll take you over to your Facebook page settings. So one of the things that you need to check on your Facebook page is you need to, let me just close this and I'll show you how to get here. Everything's like super slow with the streaming, you know. So the first thing you want to do is come into your settings, then go to messaging, and then over here where it says add messenger to your website, just click on get started. And did that respond? Okay, so first of all, your greeting message, you can change that in Manychat. I'll just go over to Manychat. So your greeting message over here, you can change it. If you're not running the chat widget with Manychat and you're just using Facebook's code, then you can change it in your Facebook page settings. So just disregard that. But what you do need to do, I've got an annoying little image thing there. What you do need to do is this here. This is the special thing, guest mode status. Now, I refreshed my page and I expected that the guest mode would not be working, but maybe it's in cache or something like that. So go to your page settings and come over here and go to guest mode status and make sure that that is enabled. So now when people come in, they will either continue as their logged in username, or they can continue as a guest. So if this is not enabled, they won't have the option to go to continue as a guest. So that was number one, the first thing. Now the next thing with regard to settings is if you got a guest that comes into your page and then you come to your audience and you're like, I don't see them, and you go to live chat and you'll actually see them in live chat. So what you got to do, your second setting is go into your settings. I'll just switch tab here because it's already there. And you see your audience visibility. So at the moment, mine is show only subscribed users. So if yours is like mine, just untick that, disable it. And then if I go back to this page here and refresh this page, you will see all the guests that are coming in through this chat widget. So those are the two major, like not major, but two of the settings that you need to know about when setting up this new widget. There's nothing for you to do. The existing installation works, but you just need to come in and do those two settings. So the page is loading now. I just want to show you all the guests, and hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. Okay, so they're all the guests. So I can actually click onto a guest, and I can go into live chat, and I can then start a chat with that person. So now the way this works is if that person is in the chat window and they don't leave it, like their screen is open, Facebook will cut that conversation after 24 hours. Now, if the person sends you a message and they leave the page, your website, and they go on somewhere else, they close that page, your website page down, and they move on, there's no way that you can message them. You can only message them when they're in the chat widget. So let me just go to my page. While they're here and they're having a conversation, that's the only time that you can talk to them through live chat. So I've thought about this to see what's a way to do it, and also just taking some thoughts from the chat widgets that you'll find on websites that are not related to Facebook Messenger. So I'll go into my flow in a moment. The other thing that I wanted to mention was you can change the color of your widget. So that's all there. That hasn't changed. So yeah, it's gone from my mind. It might come back. Let's see, what's this tab over here. Okay, so this is the flow. So what you want to do is, so Manychat introduced about a month ago a condition where you can check to see if they're an existing contact. So I would recommend that you go to your flow that is attached to your chat widget and just segment your audience that are coming in. If they're existing contacts, send them to your existing flow. If they are not an existing contact, that would mean that they're a guest. You'll need to send them to another flow. Now, Facebook automatically changes first name to guest, and there's nothing that you can do about that. I looked into trying to override that, but I don't think that there is a way. And what I've done in this case here is I've given them a welcome. So welcome to Appreneur Chatbot. They call me Chica. Thanks for... So Chica, you know who Chica is? Chica is the cheetah that's in my profile picture. And I met Chica in 2015 in Namibia. And she had been rescued from a bushfire. Her and her sister made it out of the fire they had been rescued, and her mum was perished in the fire. And so I drove up to a farm a couple of hours outside of Windhoek, and I gave them some money to go and have a look and meet Chica and her sister. I can't remember her sister's name, but I got that photograph with Chica, and yeah, I've just adopted that as my profile picture. So that's the story about Chica, anyway. Um, so anyway, what I've done here is, so I'll be able to, and I've got this from other chat widgets that are non-messenger related. I'm asking straight away for a email address. So that means if this person leaves the page, I will be able to get their information. It's come back to me what I was going to say earlier. Everything works. You can tag people. You can add custom user field data to their custom user fields, and so all of that stuff works. There's a couple of limitations, and I actually only know of one, and that is like, well, and I do know a couple. You cannot subscribe them to a sequence, and you cannot broadcast to your guests. So I'm not sure what all the other limitations are. I haven't like really looked into it that deeply. So yeah, you just got to keep that in mind, that you can run the flows, but you need to be careful that you are that you're mindful about the certain things that you can't do with a guest. So what I've done then is in my next conversation here, I've asked them for a name. It's like, how would you like me to call you, or whatever, and then added that to a custom field, which is called, I've called it guest name. So now when they are going through the flows in all the other flows, if I know that they're a guest and this flow is specifically for a guest, well, then I am using the guest name instead of first name. Now, the other thing that I remember that I wanted to tell you about is there's some questions in the Facebook group about, can we make a guest as a subscriber? And the answer to that is no, you cannot. They would have to subscribe in the normal way that everybody else does, coming in through your page, clicking a ref URL, through an advert, the key, just messaging your page. Manychat are hoping that Facebook is going to provide a way where we'll be able to make a guest a subscriber. I'm not sure how, but they obviously are aware that this is something that would be really useful. So they are looking into that. Cool. There's a document here, customer chat guest mode from Manychat. I will leave this link in the description once I publish this post. So that's all I have. I got just a message there from Amanda that she can hear me great. Yeah, that's why I had the timer on, is so then I can just have a listen to my mobile phone. If you got any more questions, just drop them into the chat. And let me just see if I have got any more questions. Okay, I see Matthew's on there. Hi, Matthew. How you doing? Sort of been out of the scene with the Tier 5 guys. So been pretty busy, which is fortunate. All right, cool. So if you've got any questions about the customer chat with the guest mode, drop them here. I love researching and finding this information out. It's always get excited when there's something new. And I'm glad that you got to hear it here first. And just remember those 2 steps. Make sure your settings on your Facebook page are enabled for guest mode, and make sure if you want to see your guests in your audience, make sure that you go into your general settings in Manychat and untick the option there to only show subscribed users. Cool. Love you guys. Have a good day, morning, whatever. And we'll catch you on the next live. See ya. Bye.